Hey guys, this is Joker, and I have a gameplay I did a little bit earlier this week. It's a normal Ezreal game where I'm playing with some friends that I don't normally play with. In fact, I met most of these people on the day of this game. I only knew the Hecarim before before this game started, and so I don't really know the skill levels, but I guess we'll just go along with it. And I don't have much planned for today. Um, so it's mostly just going to be me making an announcement and then explaining the mindset of Ezreal. So as for my announcement, um, as some of you guys do know, I did make a vlogging channel, so you guys can go check that out. The description's in the, well, the channel's in the description, and yeah, the stuff that I post up there is mostly just how was my day or other sorts of random events that happen in real life and some film projects or things like that. And it's been up for a while, so if you guys want to go support me, then go ahead and go to that channel. The link is in the description. It's Jokerofthedeck IRL. And yeah, so right now I'm gonna fast forward through most of this laning phase. I'll still explain to you what's going on, or the mindset of early game, especially against Caitlyn and Lulu. But yeah, here we go. So like I said, I'm gonna be explaining to you the mindset of Ezreal now. Pretty much against Caitlyn, unless you have a good line of vision, like I just did right there, you're not going to be able to get that many attacks off, so she outranges you, so you want to be able to just farm in the back, use your Q to farm as well, and don't try to use too much of your arcane shift unless you can get a good shot off. So yeah, my game plan for this early phase is just to be able to farm and survive every gank, which Cho'Gath I think only ganks once or something like that. So yeah, we get the short end of the stick over there, but yeah, we're just gonna try to farm as well as we can, and even though Lulu's really low, we shouldn't go in for the bait like that because Caitlyn is still full health and she still has a lot of mana, so yeah, Hecarim comes in for a gank right now. And there's not really much that could be done about it since I had no flash or anything like that, but he was able to blow hers, so that's pretty good for us. Now I just want to push because I need to go back since I now realize I don't have any potions or any means to sustain myself, so I'm going to push this wave into the tower, hope that she has a hard time to last hit those, and try to get a Vampiric Scepter. Against Caitlyn and Lulu, you're going to be going up against a lot of harass. So the Vampiric Scepter really helps to be able to sustain yourself in lane. And we're going to be going the double lift Bloodthirster variant for the blue build, so just because we're going to go that Vampiric Scepter anyway. And that way we'll be able to sustain early game, and with enough stacks we'll be able to pull ahead. So yeah, that's my game plan so far. I'm just gonna go for a Bloodthirster early and just try to outlast her. One thing is, like I said before, I don't really know the people I'm playing with, so I'm not depending on my support to be able to pull off that many plays right now. All I'm hoping is that she'll be able to get enough wards down so that we don't get ganked too often. But we do see Cho'Gath is mid right now, so it's not too important that we get off. And our Hecarim comes in for the gank, and Lulu makes the mistake of staying too far behind, so we pick her off really easily. And now that we've picked her off, and the other team doesn't have any kills or assists or anything like that, we're going to be able to snowball ahead. So at this point, we're going to try to push into the tower again, try to give Caitlyn a rough time, and my mana is a little bit low, so my game plan is probably just to go back if we can. It seems like I don't do that, but yeah, right now it looks like I'm going to be able to sustain myself. Lulu's taking enough push control and we don't have a ward to put in there, so in this situation, since it's Lulu, I'm able to just predict that she's going to stand there and just poke at her. Otherwise, if it was someone like Tarek or Blitzcrank, you'd just want to let Caitlyn push off. And if she freezes, just go take the dual golems if they're up. But yeah, for the most part, unless you are ahead in items, which I'm not right now, well, not too far ahead anyway, you just want to not fight so much. In that situation though, Sona got some really good harass off and Lulu was poked down too far by me earlier, so we were able to pick her off again. And what I think we're going to do right now is we're probably just going to push ahead a little bit and try to shop. Right now you can see my support isn't exactly in sync with me. Right. What I would have done is push that lane a little bit faster, but it's fine. My minions reach the tower fast enough. So right now I bought a BF sword, and usually I would actually buy a tier first just to be able to sustain, but right now, due to the fact that I haven't really had too many mana problems, even though they have gotten pretty low, I'm able to afford a BF sword because I don't have to worry about the mana, and we're pretty ahead so far, so I don't have to worry about the sustain game right now. Yeah, you can see right there I'm actually stepping in to make some harass, even though it's not like the strongest harass in the world. I just want to give Caitlyn a sense of presence, and that's one of the things too. I might have mentioned it in the Renekton video, the commentary, is that even if you're not so far ahead, you want the opponent to know that, hey, you know, I am in this lane, and you can't just push me around however you like me to, so just go ahead and give them some pokes once in a while, and just let them know, hey, you know, I'm gonna fuck you up if you get too close to me. And so, yeah, I think soon enough we're gonna try to attack soon because, yep, my minions were a little bit ahead of hers, and the Lulu and Caitlyn were standing pretty far from each other in lane. Both of them are really squishy, and right now we have the upper hand in items and levels, so I'm okay with taking a few hits just to put on the hurt. And as you can see, I got an easy kill off Caitlyn, just because she got too low from all of our poking. And that's your major role in the lane phase as Ezreal. You just want to keep poking them. And so, let's see. Right now we're just poking this tower down. It's mostly because mid's missing, yeah, but you can see Sona and Ezreal, that's one combo you just get really high burst on. But as I was saying, we get some pretty secure advantages on the map. Like, yeah, there's no wards down, but you can see Cho'Gath is trying to contest my team's blue right now. And yeah, so we're pretty safe just because I know where the other team's jungler and mid are, and I don't have to worry too much about that. And by the way, one thing you'll notice is, and this isn't about the gameplay, you'll notice the sound quality is a little bit different, and that's because I am using a different microphone. And so, yeah, we're gonna get some different sound qualities here today. Just testing out what works better. So, yeah, that's all for now. So I pick up the red buff, and it's mostly because my jungler doesn't utilize it as well as I do, and I'm in a position where I can choose whenever I want to fight, so it becomes very useful to me. And you'll see right now we have a Bloodthirster and a tier. That's pretty much just for how ahead I am. Normally at this point you'd probably only have your Vampiric Scepter, a tier, and you could, if you want to, go for your Manamune, or you could just start building your Iceborne Gauntlet, which I actually have pretty late. Most of the time you want to be rushing for your Iceborne Gauntlet. I think I might be doing that next, but yeah, for now, I'm pretty ahead, so I can afford to do what I'm doing right here. And so we take down the tower. And our Hecarim wants to come in from behind, but he's a little bit too late. Our Lulu, I think, warded their blue, so we're gonna be able to find that easily. And yeah, our Ziggs is actually really good, so a lot of these bad positions that they're in are excusable just because the people we're going against are pretty lackluster, and we also have a pretty decent team. So I knew the Wukong was here because I saw him on the map very briefly, and he takes out my Sona, but it's not too bad just because I'm able to pick him off really easily. I don't know, I guess he failed a flash there. I thought he might have tried to attack me, but now that I see it, I think he just failed a flash over the wall. And so, one of the things you want to do is, most of the time when you're working with someone, like I do know my Hecarim, you want to be trying to secure as many dragons as possible. Especially early game when we were killing Lulu a lot, or killing Caitlyn. But yeah, it's okay that we haven't gotten it yet, just because it's a normal game. So this is a little bit more of the tedious stuff right now. Lulu just gets caught out. I don't exactly know what she was doing all the way up there without her team, but right now we see Caitlyn's already here, so I give her a little bit of ulti, and it misses, so my Ziggs finishes her off, and it's kind of surprising to me. I actually didn't think my Ziggs would be able to hit so much, because personally when I play Ziggs I suck at ending his ultis, but I don't think she's missed once, so that was pretty surprising to me. And you'll see this Cho'Gath actually does pretty much nothing for his team. Like, we're just able to push out this fight mostly because Cho'Gath, Kayle, and Wukong right now are mid, and they aren't really doing much. That was a situation where I should have saw that coming, but I didn't, so yeah, they were on the minimap in mid, but I wasn't paying too much attention. And so right now, I think we're just, you know, the mindset that I am having is I'm really strong right now, so I'm just going to be trying to push bot as much as I can, mostly due to the fact that there's no one on their team who can really stop me 1v1 or 2v1, so yeah, if you're playing a bot lane, this applies to Ezreal and any other AD carry, you want to go to bot lane whenever you can, after your team fights or anything. Bot lane, kind of think of it as your home. Yeah, you always just want to return their apartment as much as you can, and right now they're trying to fight us, but I'm a little too strong. Wukong's not really doing anything to me, and we're going to be able to pick up a lot of kills. And normally, this is one thing you never want to do. Never get into melee range with your enemies, and never try to pass someone just to get another kill. Which is what I did right there. I tried to pass Cho'Gath to get Wukong, to lower him down because I figured we can kill both of them. But in reality, if Cho'Gath was any stronger, that would have been dead man's land for me. Never try to step in for that. Always keep yourself in good spacing with your enemies, and what I mean by that is a lot of people say positioning is mostly about like where you can output most damage. It's true that that's not the case, but it's also just never let anyone behind you, including your teammates. If you're an AD carry, why should there be anyone behind you other than maybe the mage? Like, most of the time the mage is, or the AP carry is in the front lines dealing as much damage as they can, and the tank should be always covering you, and your support should always be body blocking. So if it's not going to be your teammates, never let your enemies get behind you either. Yeah. That's one of the mistakes I always hear the low elo people saying, oh my god, my AD carry, you gotta focus the enemy AD carry, you gotta focus their mage or something like that. And it's just not true. Your role, just like Renekton, is to stay alive and output as much damage and utility as possible. And with Ezreal or anything else, that's even more true. So yeah, just to recap, just try to sustain against people like Lulu and Caitlyn, and never let anyone behind you. So yeah, go check out my other channel, it's in the description, and if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.